Day has passed like a hurricane to my heart, drove it far away. See the lights on the other side. I'm going to get there and hope we will meet there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's my cue. I think we are live. Welcome back yet again to the SuperDraft halftime show. I am Fast Eddie Fear. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer. I'm the Chief Product Officer. I'm coming to you live from beautiful, scenic Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Alongside me, so to speak, in a virtual sense, our VP of Player Development. His blood type is Clase Azul, Mr. Ricky Stroude. How are you, Ricky?
Thank you, Eddie. I'm doing wonderful. So scenic is a little aggressive. I mean, that's a white background, but I'll trust you that it's beautiful behind those walls.
I sent out a couple of videos. If I'm actually up in a very nice suite. The ocean is right there, but yeah, it's very dark outside right now. Even on the west coast of Mexico, it's a little earlier, but pitch black outside, and the internet goes haywire when I step out onto the balcony. So here we are.
That's great. I hope you enjoy yourself, and let's put on a great show. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Eddie, what do we got in store for these folks today?
So what we're doing here again today is we're running a couple raffles. One of them, for all of you listening to me, watching us right now, we appreciate your time in this brief halftime interlude. So we have some special stuff to give away to you at the end of the show. Additionally, we're going to give away a $100 Fanatics gift card to the person who comes up with the best Q&A question in the chat in the next 10, 12 minutes or so. So if you go to twitch.tv/SuperDraftDFS, or if you're there already, go ahead and ask any question and answer question. It can be about tonight's game. It can be about me. It can be about Ricky. It can be about any questions you have about yourself, about life, about the universe, about the Fermi paradox. Whatever happens to be rattling around your cage right now will help you with that. But additionally, we have the large raffle each week, the Big Daddy. We give an impressive grand prize every week, and we give this to everyone who plays on SuperDraft. Whether or not you play $1, we just want you to play as many days as possible. So if you play 1 day a week, we give you a ticket. You play 2 days, we give you 2 tickets. Up to 5 days, we give you 5 tickets. If you play 6 days, you get 10 tickets. If you play 7 days in a week, you get 20 tickets. Now, spoiler alert, this week we gave away only about 20,000 tickets as opposed to 30,000 tickets the previous weeks. And the reason why was there were no sporting events at all on Friday. Basically the only day of the year in which there was nothing. So you could not legally get 20 tickets. And as I go to the very highly technical, sophisticated Google sheet we use to keep track of this whole thing, you will see no one has 20 tickets this week. So 1 to 10 tickets distributed this week. And then we give away some great stuff. We teamed up with Fanatics. They are the world's largest memorabilia dealer. And for a couple of weeks, we gave away some autographed helmets and balls and other fun stuff. But last week and this week, we have a slightly more exciting live event ticket dealio. Ricky, why don't you tell them all about the thing?
You got it, Eddie. Back by popular demand, the Raiders tickets. It was such a huge success for last week, we decided to literally run it back in. We're going to give away 2 Raiders tickets in Las Vegas versus the San Diego Chargers, January 9th. Plus a beautiful suite on the Las Vegas Strip with a premium view. And guess what? I talked to my VIP host, made a phone call. I'm going, Eddie. You betcha.
Really?
I'm going to join. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here to.
All right. I don't know if that's an incentive, yes. But Ricky will apparently be going to the game as well.
Sure.
If you win the prize, I would not worry. It's not too hard to ditch him when he gets drunk. I'm not saying from experience, but hypothetically, yes, you should be able to sneak away, and the security there isn't that great. You can move to some other seats and no one would know. So additionally, beyond that, we're also going to give away some additional prizes to those of you watching the show. We're going to give away, as I mentioned, some Fanatics gift cards, including one with the best Q&A question. But we're going to ask a question in the chat. We're going to ask that in about 9 minutes, I'm going to guess. And we're going to ask a question, and you're going to email your response to superdraftraffle@gmail.com and give us your SuperDraft username. You need to have one. Yep. And your answer to the question, which again, we will ask in just a few minutes. And then the people who guess closest to the correct prize, I think that's about it. We will give away about a dozen more prizes. Some swag, certainly, some memorabilia, contest tickets, Fanatics gift cards. Anything you'd like to add, Ricardo?
I got some extra stuff for Christmas that I might give out. Some extra SuperDraft swag. Maybe our new snapback. That's pretty fresh, folks. That looks good. Yeah. So let's jump into a little recap of Monday Night Football.
Okay. Again, thankfully we were again, as we have been on many Monday Night Footballs recently, we avoided any of those pesky offensive touchdowns. Because those are boring. Yeah,
it's been a struggle to say the least. I think you and I maybe be the black cats of Monday Night Football since we've been on. This is our third show. We haven't really had a fun, fourth show. Yes, sorry. We haven't really had an exciting first half of football. It's just been a defensive struggle with kickers. Kamara needs to step it up. The Saints look terrible. The Miami Dolphins, for what it's worth, is a decent football team. I'm really impressed. They're doing okay. What do you think of Jaylen Waddle?
I think he's a very Deebo Samuel-like.
There you go. Yes, I love that. Perfect. A little chameleon.
Yeah, my knowledge of football is sketchy, but my ability to recall how you describe players, spot on.
Perfect.
Chef's kiss.
Yes.
Chef's kiss. So let's move on to something else that you and I consider maybe the highlight of the show, and that's obviously a tough list to get on top of. But as I've mentioned frequently, one of the things in DFS that we're constantly trying to improve is how it can be kind of anonymous. It can be unfeeling. It can be impersonal. And one of the best things about fantasy sports over the last few decades of my life has been the ability to spend time with my friends, have a couple of drinks, socialize, some fun, but most importantly, mocking the losers. And in that sense, we move on now to a segment my good friend Ricky here has designed called Dead Fucking Last.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DFL. And what this segment is about is what we do internally here at SuperDraft. We play different contests weekly to test out new products to share with you, our viewers, our players, and we want to make sure we're delivering the best products possible. So we take this time to look at what we're playing today, which is our co-champion mode. And we are, I'm not doing very well. Let's get a drum roll, please, for last place. We have to school somebody.
Casey.
Oh, it's SD Casey. What do we have? Oh, well, here we go. This is pretty bad. I'll give it up for Casey, though. She is a numbers girl. She's just not good with letters, folks. Casey, this gentleman, he's inactive. That means he's not playing. So we want to make sure players all are active when we roster.
Now, do we know when Mr. Ahmed was ruled out? Is this a late ruling out, or is this something for which he should be lightly teased or thoroughly excoriated?
Yeah, thoroughly excoriated. He was not playing for a short period of time or a long period of time at all today, Eddie.
I like Casey. I think she's a person of character. I think she's talented. I think she's diligent. She's hardworking, and I'm glad to have her. Yeah, I'm glad to have her in the revenue department of SuperDraft. And part of me thinks, she works with me,
correct,
in my portion of the company, in our portion of the company, and I should defend her.
Well, T. Jones also he's put up a goose egg, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think we want to be gentle here. The other day I asked nicely, and she was kind enough to put up her hair in Princess Leia braids for me. I geeked out at that pretty hard, so I think I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to go a little bit gentle here. So Casey,
for what it's worth, Eddie, I have to say, Casey won our Gold Cup contest just a few days ago. I remember giving her the bravo emoji in the chat saying, congratulations. I believe she took down the first two spots. So something happened here.
All right.
Well,
I think
moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So let's move on to similarly looking at how our friends are doing in this case. Let's talk about our good friend Richard Sherman. He, as he does for us every week on his podcast, built himself a Super 15 lineup, Super 15 being one of our many nice entry-level, beautiful, attractive products that lets people get a real sense of the player field. And every week, Richard Sherman on his podcast goes out and picks his best lineup. Rob, why don't you roll that footage and we'll see who Richard picked for his lineup this week.
Let's do it.
I'm going with Justin Herbert, $5 pick. I'm going $4 pick with his running mate, Keenan Allen, who's poised to have a big game. Then I'm going with Mark Andrews, who obviously is going to continue to dominate. Rob Gronkowski, my teammate, I needed a body you this week against the Carolina Panthers. We're going to figure that out. And for the $1 pick, I'm going to go with Money Mike Davis.
All right. So when we take a look at Richard's lineup there, we can see it did not go so well through 4 weeks of the field. The first 2 weeks, he did exceptionally. And the third week, I think he had a very reasonable excuse of the fact that he picked early and one of his players went out since then. And week 4, yeah, this is just kind of ass. He went with spending $9 on top for the Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen stack. Herbert was okay of the 4 guys at his tier who played. He was the worst of them. And then Keenan Allen was a little poo. Mark Andrews was his singularly excellent pick, obviously at $3, but Gronk and Mike Davis filling out. Not the best week for our friend Richard Sherman. So congratulations to the many of you who supplanted him in your Super 15 contests this week. So let's move on and let's go ahead and move. Let's do the Q&A. So we're going to give away a $100 gift card real quick for the person with the best Q&A picked by Ricky with his inimitable, unquestionable, redoubtable judgment. What question have you selected for us this week?
Scrolling through the chat. Oh, I think I have a good one, Eddie. Mr. Eddie Fear, what's more tilting for you? COVID-ridden NFL or COVID-ridden NBA? Take it away, sir.
Well, I would say for me, it's going to be COVID-ridden NBA. Part of it is great. You see, Greg Monroe back in the league tonight. We're seeing guys who might otherwise have never gotten their one more time in the dance. But the biggest reason it's NBA for me is not unlike Bill Murray at the beginning of Space Jam when he's playing golf with Larry Bird and Michael Jordan. It makes me think maybe this is my chance to get in the league. Eddie. He turns. Here
we go.
Bill Murray turns to Michael Jordan and says, Mike, I got to ask you something. The NBA has got to face reality. What's going on with these players is serious. They're going to need new players with talent, guys who are skilled,
Eddie, the key
but never thought
talent.
in a professional career before. Do you think I got a shot?
So you've seen the movie Liar Liar?
Yes.
Yes. So, 1 in a million?
Yeah. So you're saying I got a chance. That is not Liar Liar, but that's not Liar Liar. That's Dumb and Dumber. That's Dumb and Dumber. That's Jim Carrey and Lauren Holly.
It was definitely Dumb and Dumber.
So you're saying there's a chance.
All right.
Second half is starting. We got to get into the raffle. So here we go. The first raffle is, please send to superdraftraffle@gmail.com the total number of points you think will be scored in the second half. I will allow you 5 minutes where we have run late again. For this halftime show, just goes longer than halftime. We should call it the halftime plus 3-minute show.
Yes,
but please send to superdraftraffle@gmail.com in the next 5 minutes the total number of points both teams will score in the second half. It is 9:55. I will accept your entries until 10:01. That'll be it. If you send it in at 10:02, I may email you back mercilessly mocking you, but I will not accept your entry. But you have 5 full minutes plus a little change to send that in. And now we will do the number 1 raffle giveaway. Let us see who wins what.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to be exciting here.
The best technology in the world, folks.
We're going to go like we've spared no expense here. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen, which again,
live from Puerto Vallarta.
Live from Puerto Vallarta, where they have computers and electricity.
Yes.
I had no idea. You can see this week on this brilliant display on my screen here that there were 19,488 tickets with no one getting more than 10. You can see the multiple tickets come up at the top and boom, here's all the tickets.
Let's give away a Vegas trip, Eddie. Let's do it.
Let's give away a Vegas trip. Here is a Google random number generator, just in case you think this is like a pre-generated screen. I'm tapping it a few times, coming up with different numbers. Okay, that 16,351 doesn't count, but this one does count. Who wins Raiders tickets in a couple days in a Vegas suite? It's ticket number 1969.
Woo, that's a good number, baby.
I wasn't born yet. Not that people would believe me. 1969.
Had to be a good year.
Woodstock, Neil Armstrong.
Yes. Dinner for 2.
Yeah.
The Happy Meal.
The Happy Meal?
The 45. Here we go. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray 713. Miley's dead. Coming through for the W. So if you're watching, or even if you're not, and you respond to our email like a good boy, Billy Ray 713 will be reaching out shortly. Congratulations on your pair of Las Vegas Raiders tickets and beautiful suite over the Las Vegas Strip. Ricky, we've outstayed our welcome as always. Do you have any final news, any questions, any queries, any statements you want to pass on to our devoted viewership of dozens?
Just a couple things, Eddie. Roll into the new year safe and happy, folks. Enjoy yourself. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. We'll be here again next week live with some great entertainment for 15 minutes. Enjoy the rest of the show, and go Alvin Kamara. I put him in the champion slot. Take care, everybody.
All right, everybody. On behalf of Ricky, on behalf of producer Rob, who does an excellent job no matter what country he's in, I am Fast Eddie Fear. We will see you again next week. Good night.